High drama is back in the world of Formula One. The tension in the Ferrari team is rising after the fierce battle between Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton took a drastic turn in the 2025 season. Hamilton, the world champion, has sent a stern warning to Leclerc, who must now prepare to face extraordinary pressure, both from within the team and from his fiercest rival. Will this be the beginning of a hot rivalry that could shake up Ferrari and the F1 world? Let's take a closer look. A surprising decision came from the F1 world when Lewis Hamilton was announced to join Ferrari on January 20, 2025. This move shocked the racing world, considering that Hamilton has long been an icon of Mercedes with various extraordinary achievements. This announcement immediately became the focus of the media and sparked a huge reaction from F1 fans. Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari surprised not only fans and analysts, but also key team figures, including Piero Ferrari. The arrival of the seven-time world champion makes Ferrari a strong contender in the 2025 title race. His presence is expected to bring Ferrari back to its glory days. One of the main reasons for Hamilton's move was his dream of racing for Ferrari and the goal of winning an eighth title. Since the era of ground effect regulation in 2022, Mercedes has struggled to produce a competitive car, leaving Hamilton looking for a new challenge. With Ferrari's big ambition to dominate again, this team is the ideal choice. In his first press conference, Hamilton said, "Racing for Ferrari is the dream of every driver. Now I have the chance to make it happen. I want to give everything for this team and the fans." With his experience and winning mentality, Hamilton is expected to have a major impact on Ferrari's car development and strategy to win the title in 2025. Now the F1 world awaits his role with the new team. Lewis Hamilton has been undergoing a series of tests as part of his preparation for the new season with Ferrari. So far, he has completed two important test sessions at the Fiorano circuit and the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. He is also scheduled for a third test in Barcelona on February 4th to 5th, this time to test the 2026 Pirelli tires. This test is an opportunity for Hamilton to better understand the characteristics of the Ferrari car and make adjustments to his racing style. Nico Rosberg, Hamilton's former rival and teammate at Mercedes, also commented on the seven-time world champion's move to Ferrari. According to him, this move could be a turning point for Hamilton after the last few seasons which have been less than satisfactory. Rosberg stressed that Hamilton no longer has anything to prove to the world, but the decision to join Ferrari shows that he still has great ambition and continues to push his limits. In his comments, Rosberg said, "Lewis doesn't have to prove anything, but by joining Ferrari he is putting himself back in the top competition. He continues to push his limits and I believe he will be at his best again." One of the biggest challenges for Hamilton will be adapting to the characteristics of the Ferrari SF25 car. The Ferrari team has a different aerodynamic philosophy to Mercedes, including chassis settings and car control systems. Hamilton needs to understand this new system quickly in order to optimize his performance on the track. On the other hand, Charles Leclerc, who has been with Ferrari for a long time, has more experience of driving a car with these characteristics. As a result, Hamilton will have to work extra hard to adapt and ensure that he is able to compete with Leclerc from the start of the season. Although it is a big challenge, it is believed that Hamilton's experience and expertise as one of the best drivers in the modern era of Formula One will help him in this adaptation process. If he succeeds in quickly understanding the Ferrari car, it is not impossible that Hamilton will once again be the main threat on the track, chasing an eighth world title. Lewis Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari not only strengthens the team in terms of experience and strategy, but also brings a new dynamic that could cause internal tensions, especially with Charles Leclerc. A talented young driver who has been Ferrari's mainstay in recent seasons, Leclerc now faces a major challenge with the presence of the seven-time world champion in the same team. Williams team principal James Vowles expressed his belief that Hamilton, with all his experience in Formula One racing, would not take long to adapt to the Ferrari car. According to him, Hamilton has an extraordinary ability to understand the characteristics of the car he is driving and find the best way to maximize its potential on the track. With a systematic approach and a strong championship mentality, Vowles believes that Hamilton can quickly match or even surpass Leclerc's performance in several areas. A number of Formula One analysts also weighed in on the potential internal competition at Ferrari. They believed that Leclerc would most likely be superior in qualifying because he knew the ins and outs of the Ferrari car and had an extraordinary ability to set the fastest time in a lap. However, if the race lasts longer, Hamilton's experience, strategy and mental toughness could be an advantage. Hamilton is known as a driver who is able to manage tires very well, Read the race situation carefully and make the right decisions at crucial moments, which could be a serious threat to Leclerc in the fight for the lead. James Vowles also added his views on Hamilton's greatness, stressing that the British driver always has a way of outperforming his opponents. In his comments he said, "One thing I know about Lewis is that he always finds a way to beat his rivals. You can't underestimate a 7-time world champion because he has the experience, the mentality and the determination to stay at the top." With this situation, the relationship between Leclerc and Hamilton at Ferrari has become the focus of many parties. In an interview, Leclerc tried to calm the speculation by giving a diplomatic answer regarding Hamilton's presence as his teammate. He said that he really respects Hamilton as a driver and is aware of how much Hamilton can contribute to the Ferrari team. However, behind this respectful attitude, Leclerc also implicitly emphasized his ambition to remain at the forefront of the team, saying, "I respect Lewis as a great driver and I know that we both have the same goal, which is to bring Ferrari back to the top. But of course I want to remain the main driver in this team." This statement adds to the suspicion that the coming season could be one of intrigue within the Ferrari team. The competition between these two great drivers will not only determine who is superior on the track, but could also affect the dynamics of the team as a whole. After all, both Leclerc and Hamilton have big ambitions, and only time will tell who will truly become the leader of this legendary team. Ferrari is known to have a long history of determining its driver hierarchy. Many are wondering if Hamilton will be given the same status as Leclerc, or will the team continue to prioritize their young star? Italian media, La Gazzetta dello Sport, reports that Ferrari will determine the team leader based on the first few races. If Hamilton fails to match Leclerc's pace in the first 3 to 5 races, Ferrari could quickly shift focus to Leclerc as the main contender for the championship. Statistics also show that Hamilton struggled in qualifying with Mercedes in 2023 and 2024, losing to George Russell in 18 of the 24 races. Former F1 driver turned analyst Martin Brundle has issued a stern warning to Hamilton that he must adapt quickly to life at Ferrari. He has to perform immediately. There is no time for a long adaptation. If he doesn't show the pace in the first 2 or 3 races, Ferrari could decide he's just a support driver. Ferrari is not a patient team. If Hamilton wants the team's full support, he will have to prove he can still compete at the top. One advantage Hamilton may have is his long-standing relationship with Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur. Vasseur has been Hamilton's mentor since his GP2 days and understands his driving style. But Vasseur is a pragmatic leader. If Hamilton is not performing at the level expected of him, he will not hesitate to prioritize Leclerc. Vasseur himself has said, "There is no number 1 and number 2 at Ferrari, but if the team has to make a decision in the interest of the world champion, we will do it." Hamilton has to prove he deserves the same or greater status as Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari marks a new chapter in his illustrious career. The move could be a success story that cements his status as one of the greatest drivers of all time, or it could leave him in the shadow of Charles Leclerc. No longer young and with limited time to prove himself, he faces a big challenge at the team with the Prancing Horse logo. Can Hamilton beat Leclerc and take over as Ferrari's leader? Or will he struggle to adapt and end up as the second driver in the Red Team's new era? The answer will be revealed in the 2025 season. Follow every development and don't miss the thrilling battle on the ever-hot Formula One track.